Hello, Grace teachers. Welcome to your new Chromebook Plus device. This is an Acer Chromebook Plus. You're going to notice a few things when you're getting your device and opening it up. As soon as you open it, you're going to notice two things. One, you have a nice sheet in your device. This is your first use resource. It kind of walks you through the basics of how to use your device, anything that's different from your current laptop that we felt you needed to know. I do want to highlight on the back of it, right at the bottom, you'll notice that we have all of our Grace resources for the Chromebook Plus devices underneath the Grace Tech Services bookmark labeled Chromebook Plus Resources New. So if there's anything you're looking for, you see there are links in this. They will all be in that bookmark folder for you. So it's super easy to access and you can click on each of these links. They are live for you. The second thing I'd like to point out, if your device does not turn on, I'll actually shut mine down so I can show you. Your power button is going to be on the left of your device now. So you've got your charging ports. It does not matter which port your charger goes into versus your docking station. They can go into either one of these. It's not going to make a difference like it did your laptop. This right here is your power button. So as soon as you press it on, you will see a blue light appear. That means you've got power, your device is turning on, and you'll notice the screen turning on. You will also see that there is a shortcut sticker that we've put on these devices. There are going to be some different shortcuts since this is a ChromeOS device versus a Windows device, and we wanted to highlight these as probably the most used shortcuts that you're going to have. So you don't have to worry about memorizing them. They will live there for you. And then we have your device. So you may or may not have a profile that's already on the device. You're going to notice because this is a ChromeOS device, it operates very similarly to the students where they have a profile. If you have a profile on here that's not yours, let's say this isn't mine, you just choose the little drop down arrow by the name and you'll see there is a remove account option. I'm going to go ahead and click remove account. It's going to ask you if you want to do this. Anything that is locally saved to the device, so if any screenshots will not be saved if you do this, they will be deleted. Really, this is the only time you're going to have to do it. You would only notice one of our Grace Tech Services test accounts on here. So feel free to remove the account. You don't have to worry about it. Click remove account. And then you're going to notice it says sign into your Chromebook. Now yours might say right at the end over here, it might say at students.gracesystem.org. That's kind of just a filler that goes in for the students to make it easier for them so they don't have to type their full email address. For you, you will type in your full Grace email address. So for me, it is sgifton@gracesystem.org. Click next or enter. And then you're going to type in your Grace Google account password. Once you have done this and you click next, on your first time logging in, it is going to ask you for your two-step verification. So for me, it is opening my Gmail app. For you, it might be the same. It might be your Google Authenticator app. But go ahead and get your two-step verification. Good to go. When you're using two-factor to sign in, you'll notice that it says ChromeOS instead of Windows for your sign-in, which is good. This is a ChromeOS device. This has all of your data, controls, and everything. We have them all kind of preset for you so you can just accept and continue. This is an option where if you don't want to use your Google account password every time to log in, you can set up a 6-digit PIN. That's really just going to make it a lot faster for you to sign in. If you don't want to set it up at this time, if you choose to skip the setting, you can set this up later in your settings. That doesn't make a difference. For now, I'm going to go ahead and set one up. So you're going to type it in once, click next, and then you'll have to verify that that was the correct PIN you wanted. When you're done, click next, and you'll see that your PIN has been added. So I'm going to go ahead and click done, and now you are into your device. Now that we're in the device, let's go ahead and show you around. You're going to notice that Google Chrome opened up right away for you. You no longer have to sync your profile. You're going to notice because you signed in with your Google account, everything's already signed in. There's not even a place for you to choose to sync because you've picked your Grace account already. All of your bookmarks will automatically be up here for you at the top. If they're not there, you can come to the three dots at the top, go to Bookmarks and Lists, and you probably have show bookmarks bar if you don't see the bookmarks. Otherwise, for me, I could hide it if I want to get rid of it, but they will transfer over, no worries there. Down at the bottom right where you have your time, your Wi-Fi, and your battery, these are called your quick settings. If you go ahead and click on that, you're going to see every option for Wi-Fi, for Bluetooth. You can even cast your screen from here to the TVs. You can record a screen capture. You can change your brightness, your volume. Any of these quick settings really are going to be where you find those. You'll also see there's a power button down here. This is how you can shut down, restart, lock, or sign out of your device. You can also access your settings app from here. But if you don't want to open it from there, you can also come over here to your launcher and you can find your settings app in here. This is really going to be your main hub for accessing all of your apps if you do not have them pinned to the shelf. Instead of your taskbar, this is known as the shelf. So if I want to put, let's say Gmail, I'm going to right click Gmail and I would say pin to shelf to pin it to my taskbar. So now you see I have it for quick access. If there's something down here that you're like, no, I don't want to do that, I'd like to take it off, simply right click it on your shelf and do unpin. Your launcher down at the bottom left also is kind of a hub for interacting with your device. Let's say I just want the keyboard shortcut. I'm going to choose the little launcher button and it's going to default you to searching. So if I need to search for settings, because let's say I didn't see the app, I can scroll down to the settings app, tap it or click enter, and then I'm opening up settings. But you can actually also interact with your Google Drive files here. So let's say I want to search for chapter 6, lesson 5 for my guided notes. I'm going to click on that and it takes me straight into my Google Drive. So it kind of saves you a step from having to go into Google Chrome to your Google Drive to search for it. You can just search for it through your launcher shortcut down here. To connect your Bluetooth mouse, I'm going to go back to my quick settings down at the bottom right, and I'm going to choose Bluetooth and pair new device. It's going to look for nearby devices. I'm going to press and hold the power button on my device until I see that available device appear. Click on that, it'll pair, and it tells me at the bottom it's successfully connected. So now I can use my mouse. You will notice that your scrolling on your trackpad is going to be a bit different than your laptop. So right now I'm scrolling down to go down and up to go up. It's going to be opposite what your laptop was unless you manually had changed your laptop to be a different direction. If you'd like to change this, you can go into settings, device, touchpad, and you'll have reverse scrolling down here. So that would be swipe up to move the page down, swipe down to move the page up. I like it like this. I'm just going to keep it here. This is entirely up to you, completely customizable. If you'd also like your cursor to be a bit slower or faster, this is where you can pick it for your touchpad to go slower or faster. When updating your device, instead of going into Google Chrome, you're actually going to come into your settings app. So I'm going to go down all the way at the bottom left to About ChromeOS. If you're up to date, it's going to say your Chromebook is up to date. Otherwise, there is a little button that pops up on the right that says check for updates. You'll simply click that. It'll let you know if it is updating or if it's up to date. If there is an update, you'll simply click restart once you're done, and it'll restart your device once the update's installed. I am going to go back into my Google Chrome, and I'm going to go into Google Drive. You're going to notice that one of the things about this device is your downloads default directly to Google Drive. So if you decide not to change any of your folders, it's going to go just loose into the bottom of your Google Drive like this. But you can actually set up a folder so then you can make it a bit more organized, a bit easier to find downloads. So to set that up, we are going to go to the top right of Chrome to your three dots and choose Settings. And over on the left, you're going to notice a spot that says Downloads. Like I said, it defaults to your Google Drive. If you'd like to change that, go ahead and click Change. Choose Google Drive. You can either make a new folder right here. So if you want to name it Downloads, feel free. And once it's selected like this, click Open, And you'll now notice that my location says Google Drive, My Drive, Downloads. Make sure that destination path is what you'd like it to be. That last one should say that folder it goes to. It'll default to Google Drive, so you'll still have them saved, but this way you can keep it a little bit more organized if you'd like. Next, I'm going to go into a file, and let's say I'd like to print off a document. I'm going to go ahead and open it and click print. When I do that, you're going to notice it defaults to saving as a PDF. I'm going to click the drop down and click See More. This is going to be how you add your printers. It's going to ask you to sign in with Mobility Print, which is PaperCut. Simply click Sign in with Google. And as soon as you're logged in, you're going to see the devices at your school. So mine is going to be Riverside Lower Level. Choose your settings as you will, and then click Print. I don't have to add this printer once again, since I'm on this profile and I've added the printer. If there's a second printer you want to add, simply click See More in that drop down again, choose it, and then now you'll have the two options saved. So you don't have to do really anything special for it. Cancel or print as you will, and let's move on to casting. When you're casting, it's going to look very much the same with this device to your TVs. You can cast from this cast button in Chrome, connect with a code, choose your tab or your screen. If you don't want to go through this way and you want to just cast your screen in general, you can come back to your quick settings down at the bottom right and choose cast screen. You'll connect with a code just like you would, but this one just does your screen. So if you want a little bit faster way of doing that, you can connect with the code this way. Otherwise, feel free to keep it just like you did with your icon in the upper right of Chrome. If you plug your device directly into your TV, or you have a monitor / docking station that you've got that monitor plugged into, your Chromebook Plus is going to default to extending the screen, which is perfect for the monitor because usually you want a different thing on each monitor. However, sometimes you don't want that with the TV if you're going to be showing a video or something that you have on your device. To change that, you're going to go into Settings. And then you're going to go to Device. From here, you're going to click Display. And as soon as you have your second monitor, your docking station, or your TV plugged in, you will see the two screens on your device, and you will see a default to extending both the screens. You can choose the slider to mirror. I'm going to go into the Gracetech Services folder, and I'm going to choose that Chromebook Plus Resources. We're going to go into that first use resource, or you can find this in the basics and helpful resources. But in here, like I said, all those hyperlinks are active for you. If you have an OcuCam, which is one of the white document cameras, there's going to be a Chrome extension that you download here from the Chrome Web Store. If you don't have it installed, you'll just hit Add to Chrome. And then if you need step-by-step instructions, they are here. This will walk you through not only adding the extension, but how to access it as well. Once you have the extension installed, you can click on your extensions up at the top right of Chrome and simply find OcuCam Live. When you click on it, it's just going to open up a new tab for Chrome. Make sure you allow the camera while using the site, or allow this time, but if you do allow this time, you're going to have to click that every single time. It's honestly easier just to allow while visiting. Even if you don't have an OcuCam, you can still use this website, this Chrome extension. It will notice that you don't have an OcuCam connected. That's totally okay. It just gives you the message. You'll click continue. And you'll see me in double now, kind of mirrored, kind of fancy. But you've got your zoom as usual. This is really just a web version of the app itself. If you have an IPVO camera, you're going to go directly to the website here to IPVO Visualizer. Same thing with allowing the camera. You're going to allow while visiting site. And then you will notice, again, I'm mirrored. So all the different options you have for your camera, zooming, switching your orientation, etc., and your scribble, all like normal. Your Microsoft apps are still going to be accessed through office.com. sign in with your Grace account just like you have been, and continue to use Microsoft from there if you so desire. Any screenshots that you do, you'll notice there's a button as a shortcut that you can simply click the button. You can either drag and drop a box to capture, and then you'll just choose capture to take the screenshot. Or when you click that screenshot button, you can change it to be full screen and click anywhere on the screen to capture a full screenshot. The screenshots save locally to the device, like I said, so if you want them saved to Google Drive, you're going to have to just go into Google Drive and do new file upload. And then you'll notice there in your downloads. Double click, and then you're uploading the item. If you don't need them added to Google Drive, simply just take the screenshot, attach it wherever you will, and you're good to go. If you don't want to use that screenshot button up at the top of your keyboard, you can also do the shortcut that's down here. So you can hit your control button and show windows. So it's right next to that screenshot, show windows, and it will take a full screen screenshot for you. If you'd like to capture just a snippet, so grabbing just a small portion of the screen, you'll hold down Control and Shift, and then your Show Windows button. So that will give you a drag and drop of box, move it, resize it however you need, and click Capture to take the screenshot. You'll notice there's actually not a delete button on the keyboard. There's a backspace, but no delete button like a Windows laptop will have. There's a quick keyboard shortcut for it. It is going to be Launcher and backspace. So this will do the same thing when you're typing and you want to delete the bit of text before it. You can do Launcher backspace, or if I'm on a file like this, I'm going to do Launcher backspace and it will go ahead and delete. You can click Move to Trash, gone it is. So functions just like your regular delete button would. Up here are kind of your different buttons on your Chromebook Plus. Your escape is just your regular escape key. This one right here is a back button. So if you want to go back to your previous page, you can do that. This is your refresh button. It will refresh whatever page you're currently on in Chrome. This one here is going to make your screen full screen. So it will essentially minimize your shelf and your quick settings. You can just tap this button to get them back. If you don't want to get them back, you can also hover, and you'll see that I have now my screen back here. When I hover below, I have my shelf and my quick settings. Entirely up to you how you'd like it, full screen or not. This button right here is your show windows. It will show different apps that you have open. So you can see I've got Screencast and I've got my Chrome profile. And it will give you different things that it kind of suggests for you to do. You can just hit the button again to make it go away. This one will turn your brightness down. This button will turn your brightness up. Feel free to put it wherever you'd like. You will have your mute button, your volume down, and your volume up. And then if you'd like to lock your Chromebook Plus, you can click this button right here. You will also notice on the device that there isn't a caps lock button. To turn it on, the shortcut is going to be Alt Launcher. You can see next to the quick settings that I have the caps lock sign, which means caps lock is on. When you hover over it, you see the message appear as well. Alt Launcher will turn it off again, and that icon will disappear. If you'd like to see a full list of the shortcuts, you can hit Launcher, Control, and S. It brings up the entire list of shortcuts for you to view, and you can simply close out of it when you're ready. The Chromebook Plus 2, actually when you close it, will not lock immediately. If you were to close the lid and just open it back up, it would go straight back to whatever screen you had it on. So to change that setting, we're going to go into our Settings app. We're going to go ahead to Privacy and Security, and to lock screen and sign in. You're going to have to sign in again just to verify that it's you. If you set up a PIN, you can feel free to hit switch to PIN and put the PIN in. Otherwise, you're just going to put in your Google Gmail password. Once you have that entered in, you can continue through. It'll let you change these settings. So you'll see this bar at the top. Gray means that it's off, so it won't lock when the lid is closed. That's your default setting. If you want to turn it on, you will then see it turn blue and to the right when it's on. So when you close the lid, it will lock. When you open it again, you'll have to put in your password or your PIN, but then you'll be right back in where you were. If you have any questions as you're getting to know your Chromebook Plus device, let us know at the help desk and we'll get everything sorted out for you. Have a great day, teachers.